I am 14 years old and I have a brother who's 11, and I invited my brother to my 8th birthday party because I was in foster care and I got to know my brother. He didn't live far from me, so I kind of met my brother, and I decided, well, why not invite him to my birthday party? And it was actually really fun.
You didn't know your brother?
I didn't really know my brother a lot because we were separated in foster care when we were really little. So I didn't really know him that much, but over time I've actually grown closer towards him and I really love him. So
Tell me about going into foster care. How old were you?
I was around about 4 and my brother was 2. So it was quite hard actually. And I have an older sister, and it was really hard because we didn't know how to say goodbye, but we didn't know that we were going to go into foster care. I didn't really like it because I was alone without anyone and we were all separated. It's like not knowing that you can talk to any of your brothers and sisters. Family is very important, but my birth family isn't really important because they weren't very nice and they didn't treat us as in a good family treats their family. They just thought about themselves, so they were very selfish, and whatever they did, which was wrong, I know it's wrong now, but we thought it was right to do it, and we used to steal and like food because we didn't know what was right then. It was like they never wanted us. Well, what's the point of having children if you're not going to look after them properly and not going to teach them what's right and what's wrong?
What do you remember about them?
Just remember them. It's quite hard. It was just like that. We never actually saw them a lot because they were always out with friends, and they used to not take us to school. They didn't take me to hospital appointments when we needed them, and they always used to start fights with neighbours, and we just didn't understand. The only way we could get food was to steal, so that's what I used to do. So yeah.
Were your birth parents, did they drink? Were they drinkers?
They were very heavy drinkers and it was really scary, and I can just remember that the police had to come and raid our house because of them drinking and not looking after me properly. And I just used to get upset because, and I get upset now because I'm just thinking, well, why would you want to have children if you're not going to look after them properly and not treat them right? It's like they were blanking me out, if you get what I mean, and just ignoring us. If we were crying for help, they'd just ignore us.
Did you have clothes provided and things?
Not really. We used to steal those clothes as well. So we didn't have clothes, and if we did have clothes, they didn't used to fit us properly. So, and we weren't very, we didn't have a bath or a shower a lot, so we were very unhealthy, not clean. We were very dirty little children, but...
Did they hit you?
They did hit us. They hit us a lot. They hit us with a belt across our bottoms for hardly doing anything, and that really hurt. I can just remember me crying, and I'm just there really hugging him because he was really upset, and that used to hurt my feelings, and it was just like, why are you hitting him? He hasn't done anything wrong. Can't you just keep away from him? Yes, it's okay to smack the back of your child's hand if they've done something wrong, but not hit them across the bottom with a belt. That's abusing your child. And there is a definite line between smacking a child if they've done something wrong and just beating them for not doing anything wrong. So
Tell me about going into foster care. What was it that made somebody come and rescue you? How did they know you were having a bad time?
well, our social worker knew us when we were babies, so she knew me, and she came often. She did give our birth mum a warning, and that warning didn't sink into her. So, you know what, I think the best thing is to remove them, and that's what she did, and I'm glad she's removed me, and I'm glad that our dad has adopted us, and I'm glad that I'm with my own birth brother now. I was in foster care a number of years actually, but I was moved from different places with different people, and this one family was going to adopt me, but in the end they decided not to because they thought that they were too old. So I was put back into foster care with another foster carer, and it was quite hard for me because I was thinking, well, what's the point of giving and showing love to people because I was thinking, well, I'm going to get removed again.
That must have hurt a lot.
It did upset me. It upset me quite a lot because I was thinking, well, who's going to look after me next? Am I ever going to be adopted? Am I ever going to live like a life like that other children live that aren't in foster care? I was thinking, am I really going to do that? I was just like really upset and confused as well because I thought I did something wrong to upset them.
But you didn't.
But I didn't know.
No, of course you didn't.
Also, not knowing where my brother was or what he was doing was very hard as well, and not knowing where my sister was and not knowing if they were okay was really hard as well because I was quite a lone child, but of course I'm not now.
So, your dad,
My dad,
Yeah.
He met my brother before me, a year before me, and he adopted my brother before me, obviously. And he adopted me a year later. He took me on many holidays with my brother, so I spent loads of times with my brother and, of course, my dad. And I was crying on the way home from Blackpool, which they took me to Blackpool. And on the way home, I was crying, and I remember my dad said he remembers me saying, "It's not fair. Can I come and live with you?" And my dad says, "Well, I was thinking the same. You can come and live with us. We'll just sort it out together." And we have sorted it out because we're a family. He thought that I would be a lovely daughter.
And you are.
Thank you. Hopefully I am.